When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in rivers, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
There are some people in this world that are actually special. You know, like, you go through life and people tell you you're special all the time, and you tell other people they're special, but there are people in this world who are actually special. Jethenro was one of those people. Jethenro was always sincere. He said what he meant, and he meant what he said, and he never talked bad about anybody. He was one of the people that were actually special. Jethenro has taught me so much, and all the Halders have taught me so much. You spend like one day with them and you learn more than you've learned for years, grammar included. I think what I feel the most is angry, cold, you know, just really mad. Because if there's anyone in this world that deserves to live longer than 19, it's Jethenro. And there's people who have killed people and raped people, and they're still living and they're fine, and it doesn't make any sense. It makes me really mad, and I don't know who to be mad at, to be honest. That's my feeling. Like, I'm so mad and sad and helpless. Of all the things Jethenro's taught me, I just want to talk about 5. There are 5 huge lessons that Jethenro's taught me that I think can influence everybody, and this is how they go. My first lesson is that only the right people notice humble people. I told everyone I knew that Jethenro was a genius, and he proved it. But the people that noticed without me saying a single thing were the people that mattered. They were professors. They were the heads of the program. They were people that mattered, and they noticed. 9 times out of 10, the smartest person isn't the person doing everything they can to prove that they're smart. It's the quiet person in class who doesn't answer unless nobody else knows the answer. And that was Jethenro. And a lot of times, humble people go unnoticed, but they don't go unnoticed by the right people. Lesson number 2 is that you have no idea how short life is, or how long life is. The only thing we do know is that it can be over in the blink of an eye. But the crazy thing is we refuse to accept that every single day. We find little things to complain about. We focus on ourselves and all the problems that we have. I'm included. And we refuse to accept the idea that life is really short and it can be over. And we are missing out on all the beautiful little things that matter most. Jethenro knew that. Jethenro was 19 and he had a photo album of his backyard. And I had no idea how beautiful those pictures were until now. He took time out of his day just to go out and take a picture of the little things around home. It's things that we don't notice every single day. We don't take time to see it. And he did. Because he knew life was short. And he stopped to take the time to notice the beautiful things in life that some of us miss forever. Lesson number 3 is that life isn't fair. And you can ask my mom, I've denied this my whole life, since I was a kid. Like, I would always get told, well, life isn't fair, and I would always refuse to believe it. Because I thought life could be fair if we made it fair. And Jethenro's the only person that taught me that life isn't fair. Because Jethenro was 19 years old. He didn't party, he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, didn't even talk bad about people. And he got cancer. How does that make sense? How does that make any sense? Life isn't fair. I couldn't stand that thought. But Jethenro accepted it and moved on. He talked about cancer like it was a cold. He never complained about it. He had cancer. And people were around him complaining all the time. But Jethenro had accepted that life isn't fair. And he moved on. Lesson number 4 is that you need to let people know how you feel for them. Jethenro's life revolved around his family. And he showed it every single day. I can't think of anyone closer to him than his parents and his sisters. And he let them know that he loved them every single day. There's no doubt there. Jethenro was the quiet type. I was always the one talking. I was the talker. But Jethenro's words mattered. They mattered, you know? When he said something, he meant it. And he didn't talk just to fill a void. He was okay with it being quiet. But when he said something, it was sincere. So if he said he loved you, or if he said he cared about you, or anything, it was sincere. He meant it. You had no doubt. They weren't empty words. Jethenro let people know how he felt about them. Through his actions, through his words. And a lot of times we miss that. A lot of us don't do the same. Lesson number 5 is live life and enjoy living it. Jethenro told me and so many other people that he didn't want us to stop living our lives on his account. He was selfless. It's the little things, like the taste of a first meal or laughter with friends, the times when you're totally bored with the people you care around you. He wanted us to enjoy the life he deserved to have. And I guess that if we don't, then it's an insult to him. I wrote these lessons when Jethenro was still in the hospital. And I knew he was going to make it. I told people how he was doing, and I got the same response from a ton of people. You know, they didn't believe it. I did. I knew it. I knew Jethenro was going to make it. I had no doubt in my mind. I knew it. There was no doubt. People said he wouldn't. People said it was going to be tough. And I knew the chances. I understood. I know. But they didn't know Jethenro. He had made it already. He had already performed a miracle, and I knew he was going to do it again. Jethenro didn't make it. So I guess the real lesson is that sometimes life is bigger than the biggest people. Jethenro was the toughest, smartest, realest guy I've ever known. And if he didn't make it, I couldn't have. Life can be bigger than all of us. That's why we have to be humble. We have to know that life is short. We have to accept that life isn't fair. We need to let people know how we feel. We need to live life and enjoy living it. And we have to understand that life can be bigger than us. Life is bigger than us. There are millions of people going through a journey. Jethenro is just a representation of all of them.
High up above or down below, too in love to let it go. But if you never try, you'll never know just what you were. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try.
His story will always be remembered, and his journey will never be forgotten.
Tears stream down your face and